Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on a 2009 GTI and we got to replace a large cooling fan on the fan shroud. Hope you enjoy the video. Let's get started. You don't have to remove the airbox to do it, but it's going to give you a little bit more room and make your life a little bit easier. So we can get to this T30 up here. Now we're just going to remove the upper driver's side T30 and then we're going to swing over to the passenger side to remove that T30 as we're doing so now. Now we're going to go underneath and remove the 7mm worm clamp on the charge pipe. And then we're just going to take our pick and work our way around the pipe just to loosen it up. Now we're going to swing over to the other side for the quick release. Be careful with these, they are fragile. And then after that, the pipe should come off. Now we're going to disconnect our harness to the fan. Now we're going to pull both lower T30s, one on the passenger side and then one over here on the driver's side. Now, since the fan shroud is fully loose, now we're going to remove it, and be careful with this. You don't want to scratch or dent your radiator or damage anything else. Now we're going to start by disconnecting the harness and then just start unplugging some of the clips to get to the fan. There's another harness on the other side you got to release. And then these little clips just pretty much hold the wires in. Don't lose those because you have to put them back. So the fan that we're replacing actually has a control module on it that controls the smaller fan. And now we're just going to grab our 10mm socket, remove the 310s here. After you remove your last 10mm, we're going to remove the fan from the fan shroud. And then after that, we're going to reinstall the new fan. Now we're just lining up the fan with the holes in the fan shroud. And just be careful of the wires, you don't want to pinch them. After we reinstall and everything lines up, we're going to reinstall the 3 10mm nuts. Now we're going to tighten up our 3 10mm. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to start routing the harness wires. You got one over there, one over here, and definitely be careful with these because you don't want to crease them or bend them. And this harness right here on this side of the motor, you definitely want to make sure it's nice and flat because it will rub up against the radiator and you will eventually put a hole in it. And here's just another reminder, make sure your clips are perfectly flush and reinstalled. You really don't want them rubbing through your radiator. After we're done with that side, we're going to flip it over and just finishing up the harness on this side. We're just going to snap it in place. And then after this is done, we can reinstall it. Just a little note to self, just be careful when you reinstall it. You don't want to pierce the radiator or hit anything. Now we're just going to install the 2 T30s in the bottom of the fan shroud. One over there, one over here. And then we're just going to plug in our harness. Now we're going to install our charge pipe with the quick connect on one end and a 7mm worm clamp on the other. Tightening our 7mm now. Say hello to Squirrely. She's just grabbing some stuff for her nest. She is, it's funny, the squirrel comes here daily. She comes here at 11:30 and 2:30. Roughly about 30 minutes each. Now we're going to button up our splash guard with some T25s, roughly 4 on each side. Now all we got to do is just lower the car and throw in the 2 T30s up top. Now we're going to install the T30 on the driver's side and then one more on the passenger side. And then after that, we're just going to reinstall the airbox and we're pretty much finished. Don't forget to plug in your sensor. There's a couple parts up front we got to connect for the intake. And don't forget to put the clamp on your airbox.
For the e-brake?
Alrighty guys, thanks for joining me today. Let me know in the comments below what do you want us to work on next. And always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.